Hello again. In this session we are going to learn how to enter bills received from the suppliers and how to deal with the purchase credit note. As the easy options on the home screen in the vendor sections, you can see enter bill icon, or if you like to go for alternative, it's in the menu bar vendors and enter bills. Then you can see this bill mentioned here. You can choose what vendor you have received the bill from. So from the drop down list you need to choose BT Group PLC. I have already mentioned bill from BT in my section. Here it is. It says here it is. It says telephone expense with the nominal code 68100, £70, and another expense on the same date of £25. So I have saved and closed it. After saving it, I am going to show you the effect of this transaction onto my financial statements. It's again in the reporting section. We go in a company and financials, then look for the profit and loss standard. You can see under the gross profit in the expense section we can see the telephone expense of £95. If you want to zoom in, just double click, it will take you to the telephone expense transaction detail by account. So I'm going to close this one. I'm going to close this report as well. Then I'm going to look into, because this is the bill we haven't paid yet, so this is our liability to the suppliers. We have to eventually pay them, so it is a liability, but it is a short-term liability. So how we can look into our balance sheet is we go into the balance sheet section, and then you will find £95 under the nominal code 20,000 in accounts payable section. It is for short-term liability of £95. So we made a sale of 1800, and it had an effect on our assets because we haven't yet received no money from our customers. Then we have to pay £95 to our suppliers. This is our liability. The remaining 1705 is our net income that we have derived from our profit and loss account of 1705 net income. So our balance sheet is balanced with 1800s on both sides. So this has been created. Now I'm going to show you how to record a purchase credit note. So because this is the only supplier I have added into the QuickBooks, I am going to select the credit ready button here. I just need to tick this one, and you have noticed that it has changed to credit. So I'm going to select the BT Group PLC. Date is going to be the same, telephone expense. When I have recorded an invoice, it was £95 with a split of £70 and £25. I am assuming that we have a problem with that £25. So we have negotiated with the BT Group PLC, and that was wrongly charged to us. So what we can do, we can either reduce our invoice from 95 to 70 by simply having the credit note. So how we can do so? So this is the telephone expense again. So I'm just mentioning £25. I am going to save and close. So now I'm going to go into the report section, then payable, into the payable section I'm going to go into the vendor balance summary. Here you can see the BT Group PLC has a £70 because the £25 has been reduced from our main bill. So what effect does it have on our balance sheet and profit and loss? You can have a look. It is our net income has increased from 1705 to 1730, and our telephone expense account has been reduced from 95 to £70. Then going back into the report, company and financial, then looking into the balance sheet account, we can see that our accounts payable section, the liability section, has been reduced from 95 to £70, and then the net income has been increased, so it's matching the £1,800 of each. Since we have dealt with the supplier bills and we have dealt with the purchase credit note as well. Thank you very much.